From UCLA, number 4, Drew Holiday. From California, number 7, Jaylen Brown. And from deep, number 0, Jason Tatum. The head coach of the Boston Celtics is Joe Mazzulla.
It's the Dallas Mavericks and the Boston Celtics, Game 1 of the NBA Finals, presented by YouTube TV. This place is packed and it's loud as we get set for the best of 7. Jason Tatum and the Celtics ready. Tatum wearing a Mike Morris tonight.
Be nice. Really bad. Be really bad. It's definitely legendary. It's legendary. Yo, one man KD do. We gotta be out there. Do what we do. Have fun. Everything gonna go all right.
Tatum and the Celtics, second time in 3 years in the finals. As we look at the starting lineup, brought to you by Ford. And again, Al Horford will start his 11th straight game. Kristaps Porzingis is back, but he'll come off the bench. Meanwhile, for the Mavericks, the 2 key midseason acquisitions in the starting lineup. Well, all the analysis, all the predictions have been occurring over the past week. Time to play basketball. 4 more wins to take home the Larry O'Brien Trophy as Jaylen Brown jumps on the court to get the first loose ball. JJ Redick, you played in the NBA Finals. There's just a different feeling in this arena right now.
There's a totally different energy than anything else that I was ever a part of. It is literally the highlight of my career.
Al Horford with the first bucket. Horford, after they clinched the Eastern Conference Final, when asked by Lisa Salters, how hungry are you for a championship? He said, I'm starving. Gafford kicks it out. Derrick Jones Jr. calmly knocks down the 3.
That is a big start for the Dallas Mavericks, because the first player you're coming off likely is Derrick Jones Jr. He's going to get those shots.
As will Drew Holiday. Well, get ready for 3 ball. These 2 teams took more 3-pointers per game than anybody in the NBA, including the Celtics. 47% of their shots were from 3-point range. Jaylen Brown starting on Luka Doncic. Doncic, his first shot. That's good, and we're off to a 4-for-4 start.
And that's just what makes Doncic so tough. You can stay in front, you can stop the basketball, but he's got size, he's got strength to just shoot right over the top.
He is right now on one of the great runs in NBA playoff history. And playing in his very first finals game. Jaylen Brown can't get back. Tatum the rebound. Back to White. Catch, shoot. And Doncic can't hold on. Lost it out of bounds. Celtics will get the ball. Doncic, before the game, watching him in warm-ups, he was as loose as any star player before his finals debut I've ever seen.
I don't think I've ever seen him change demeanor before a game. There's no nerves with him, and then once he steps on the court, he becomes an assassin.
He left his home at 13 years old to play professional basketball. He played in the EuroLeague Championship and won the MVP at 18. This is not a scenario where he's going to be afraid.
There's no such thing as intimidation. And Luka Doncic, Brown to White. White again, a catch and shoot. Al Horford the rebound. Brown's going to try it. Brown shot off the mark. Derek White tips it, keeps it alive. A new 14. Already 3 offensive rebounds. Horford takes the pass. And Doncic this time grabs the rebound, and Tatum upset with himself. Reached in and inadvertently hit him in the head.
And if you're Joe Mazzulla, you like the shots you're getting right now on the offensive end. Boston creating extra opportunities with that corner crash, and then you see here Tatum just getting a side swipe on Luka's head.
Joe Mazzulla, who's done a spectacular job with these Celtics all year and here in the playoffs. They're 12-2 in the postseason. Doncic gets inside, comes up short, but tipped up and in by Gafford. And new Gafford acquired mid-season. What an acquisition he's been. Tatum stumbles a bit, lost it. Kyrie Irving, quick outlet. PJ Washington. Washington goes to the rim. And a strong finish. An early 4-point lead now for Dallas. Jaylen Brown pushing on to make. Horford open. Years old, Al Horford.
And that's what makes Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum so dynamic. As Jaylen Brown gets the easy two in transition.
Doris, we talk so much about these great offenses, but their defenses are enormous in terms of the reason for their success.
So Dallas, the last 20 games, they were 14-6 and one of the best defenses in the league. Boston all year has been that, as you see Al get another great contest.
Horford's defense firing up the crowd. Drew Holiday gets past Gafford, kicks it out. Brown inside, beautiful pass, and Holiday lays it up and in.
You can see what Boston does. They fight very hard to keep their spacing. We saw it on the drive with Al early. The rim is open, you attack, good things happen.
Horford now picking up Doncic. This step back three-pointer. Tatum the rebound. Tatum has led the team in the playoffs in scoring, rebounding, and assists. Over 10 rebounds per game. A huge area of improvement we remember over the last couple of years. Tatum gets inside, kicks it out. Wide open three. Horford. And Derek Jones, the quick outlet. Kyrie Irving drives, pulls up, shot. It's good. Soft touch. Irving hearing some boos, but not crazy boos.
And that shot was ridiculous. I mean, 2 guys contesting you. They get a piece of the ball on the way up. He still has the concentration to make that shot as he gets another steal here.
And then a foul on Jaylen Brown. Coach Irving had 2 years here as a member of the Celtics. It was not a pleasant exit. The fans have let him know every time he's been back.
Watch Irving here as he goes into his shot. Al Horford gets a piece of the ball. That's 2 elite defenders that he's shooting over the top.
And the huge ovation right now is Irving again. That's the wizard with the ball. Kristaps Porzingis comes back in after missing the last 10 games. He has not played for 38 days. calf injury suffered game 4 opening round against Miami. Irving finds a spot. Jumper's good.
You have two elite shot makers, JJ. You touched on it. Luke in the middle of the floor, right over the top at 6'7", and Kyrie's ability to create his own.
Haynes' pass deflected out. Last touch by the Mavericks. Derek Lively, the rookie center, also is checked in for the Mavericks. We'll have our first time out. Well, stay tuned to see what Miami superstars want to be. Bad boys ride or die. Now playing exclusively in movie theaters.
Jimmy Butler is reportedly considering leaving the Miami Heat out in the cold.
Jimmy, who was just getting our groove back. I consider myself a part of the team. Now, you are 4'11". You could be the mascot. Basketball is in my blood. Oh, negative. I shot that from a weird angle. You expecting anybody? Yo, man, what you doing?
I want to be a bad boy.
Oh, hell no.
Bad Boys Ride or Die, rated R. Watch the NBA Finals on ABC.
Celtics fans, Al Horford has the first dunk of the game. Rolling the court brought to you by Burger King. Kristaps Porzingis ruled the court during the regular season. His first with Boston after being acquired from the Wizards. A terrific year for Porzingis. A big part of their success. First round against Miami. Game 4 injured. Hadn't played since. Doris, where does he make the biggest difference with this team?
Honestly, Mike, he's been the key to unlocking multiple things on both ends of the floor. I mean, he can post up and adds a dynamism to the Boston Celtics offense. At 7'3", JJ, he can stretch it to 3. He takes an average shot at 27 feet. So you've got to close a long way defensively. He's been elite as a rim protector.
And if you think about the series that Dallas has played thus far in the playoffs, there's always been one guy on the court that you can help off of. Against the Boston Celtics and Kristaps Porzingis, you don't have that luxury. That fouls on P.J. Washington as we check in with Lisa.
Yeah, Michael, Porzingis has been asked all week if he feels good or just good enough to be out there. And he said it's tough to say because he hasn't played in so long. He said he's confident, though, just in knowing that he did everything he could to prepare for the moment. And he said, I've come back from injuries before. This is game 1 of the finals, so that adds to the intensity. But he said, I can't overthink this. It's a basketball game. I've just got to go out and move.
Yeah, there was a hesitancy to him talking about it, as he so desperately wants to play. This is the purposes. Oh, Doncic with Celtics surrounding him and about to go back to the floor and let it go. He thought he was fouled. They've hit 7 of their first 10 from the field and only lead by 1. Here's the rookie Lively out on Tatum. Gets past, goes inside, kicks it out, wide open, Derek White. That 3 is good. Tatum already with 3 assists. He hasn't scored, but you've seen him do so many other things to help his team win this year and in these playoffs. Eric Jones misses. Holiday, the running start. White tries again. This one contested, no problem. For Derek White, his second 3-pointer.
And back-to-back possessions. If you show help against the Boston Celtics, that spacing and shooting, that's the threat.
Eric Jones gets inside, but Porzingis' height altering that shot. This starting 5 can all score from any place on the floor. Porzingis, jump shot, and a foul call on Doncic. That will be his first.
Mike, I gotta tell you, I could not be more impressed with Jason Tatum's patience in this basketball game. Early in his career, he told us, I was so thirsty and hungry to score it that you can get selfish. So you show patience. Drew Holiday gets to the middle of the paint, 2 feet in the paint, you push it out. But this young man's growth and maturity at such a young age has been special to watch.
And right now, 3 assists, 2 rebounds. Meanwhile, here for Game 1, tonight's officials, the crew chief Zach Sarver, his 11th finals. Referee Josh Tibbin, his 5th finals. The umpire is Courtney Kirkland, his 4th finals. They also always have an alternate here in the building, Tyler Ford. David Duffy's back in the replay center. Congratulations to the 12 officials who will work the NBA Finals. You know, Tatum, it's like every single playoff game is so scrutinized. It's amazing. And you look at this guy, it's often talked about what he doesn't do as opposed to what he has done. He's had great success. He's had legendary games, yet he's aware that it's not going to rest until he wins a title.
So much of the discussion around Jason Tatum is whether or not his jump shot goes in, as Luka's jump shot goes in there. But with Tatum, he just does so many other things on the basketball floor at an elite level. He's not defined by his jump shot.
Porzingis, guarded by Harvey, leans in. Harvey trying to draw a foul. Porzingis knocks down his post, and that is a shooter. That's got to feel good to see the ball go in. Doncic with Sam Hauser. Spins, lost it. Brown picks it up. Here's Derek White. Finds Tatum cutting. His spin lost the handle. Brown saved it, but threw it right to Lively. PJ Washington goes right at Porzingis. Tough shot. Again, the size of Porzingis. And a foul call on PJ Washington. That's his second. He's a critical player for these Mavericks.
And we've already seen here early the value of Kristaps Porzingis. Doris, you touched on his elite rim protection. Here's an example of that. His size just makes you take a more difficult shot, and this is where he's had so much success this season. Posting up, facing up against smaller players and just shooting right over the top.
The conditioning piece is critical here. As they came up the floor, he was the last guy after that play. So I wonder what kind of burst he can give us in spurts.
There's a double team on Tatum. Porzingis line drive shot. And Doncic will rebound. Doncic also leading his team in scoring, in rebounding, in assists. Doncic, another step back 3-pointer. Porzingis grabs the rebound. Maxi Kleber also has checked in for Dallas. Mason Kidd going to his bench early and often as Brown throws it away. That's 4 turnovers. They've been a little careless with the basketball.
Jaylen Brown trying to attack that matchup with Luka Doncic. Just got a little sped up with his handle. So far, Sam Hauser, by the way, is 2-0 versus Luka Doncic in getting stops.
Doncic fakes, throws it up top. There's Josh Green. Green's push shot comes way short. Ball carves out. Doncic wide open three. That's short. That was a quick outlet. Tatum hesitation move, goes inside, draws contact, can't get it to fall. And here's Jaden Hardy. Hardy got some very important minutes in the conference finals against Minnesota. Can't score there as Cleveland knocks it out of bounds. Kyrie Irving will return, and Drew Holiday gets off the bench to follow him into the game. Minor scan for your chance to win exclusive NBA prizes and experiences thanks to Michelob Ultra Courtside. Michelob Ultra's superior light beer. Well, Porzingis and Lively. You can see Porzingis hasn't played. He's breathing heavy out there right now. Well, that's expected. Lively on him. Porzingis gets away inside and throws it down.
Are you kidding me? It's 7'3", Lively pushing up in pressure, and KP goes right at him.
Jaden Hardy goes right at Porzingis. Block shot. Saved by Brown. Porzingis has had an impact. Porzingis has Josh Green on him. Wants to post up. Huge height advantage. Lively lurking. Porzingis shooting. Scoring. Kristaps Porzingis. 8 points in 5 minutes. Timeout Dallas. Star Watch, brought to you by Crypto.com. JJ.
From the second Kristaps Porzingis walked in the gym, the crowd was on his feet. Here's a keep action on a dribble handoff, turns the corner for the dunk. As we said, he can shoot right over the top when Dallas switches. And then this is what they've been missing, this rim protection from Kristaps Porzingis. Just a tremendous start from him.
I played 2.5 years with the Mavericks. He was supposed to be that other star with Luka Doncic. Josh Green picks it out to Cleveland. It just didn't work out. Part of it was injuries. Part of it, they just didn't mesh. Jaden Hardy, Holiday all over him. Hardy gets it back and packs it in. Nice recovery from Jaden Hardy, getting some important Game 1 of the NBA Finals minutes here. He's a fearless young player, just his second year in the league. Josh Green is on Tatum, now picked up by Gafford. Tatum, contested three is good. His first points to go with 3 assists and 3 rebounds.
There's a switch out front. He backs up on the big, knowing Gafford's going to have a hard time closing to him. That's a pretty shot. And when he's got that free working, JJ, look out.
Irving's going to hear the moves pretty much every time
Tottenham
he touches it.
Azzino.
Out on the side of the backboard. Tatum, the Peyton Pritchard who just checked in.
Deve sana
Porzingis way outside. Knocks
Chama
it
tudo
down.
bem nesse
What a start in his finals
Graças a Deus.
debut. Irving blocked by Porzingis. He's doing it all. Holiday, Hauser, three-pointer. It's a Celtic avalanche here in the first quarter of
What
17
the
point
fuck? Leg.
Hardy can't answer. Pritchard knocked out of his hand, still comes up with it. He's not afraid to mix it up inside on the boards. Celtics shooting 62% from the field. They have 7 3-pointers as we wind down the first. Tatum gets past Irving, stripped and stolen by Irving. Here comes Josh Green, one man to beat, but it's a 7-footer. Who blocks it again? 3 block shots for Porzingis. Pritchard. And the ball knocked out of bounds, and that will end an explosive first quarter. Kristaps Porzingis in 7 minutes. 11 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 blocks. He has never played past the first round in his NBA career. And after missing 38 days, what a return.
Celtics fans, we are down here with representatives from all teams for tonight's small business of the game presented by Vistaprint. And Lucky's going to join us for a jersey swap. Now, thanks to all teams and Vistaprint, everyone in section 302, row A will get to go home with a gift card in support of tonight's small business. Congratulations and enjoy the rest of the game.
Let's check back in with Melissa for tonight's Encore's Wheel to Win. Melissa?
Thanks, Eddie. And it's time to play Encore Wheel to Win. Now, we do this in every game. With one lucky section, we'll get to take home a gift card courtesy of Encore Boston Harbor, the official resort and casino of the Boston Celtics. We're going to spin the wheel, and wherever that wheel lands, new members will get to take home a $50 gift card courtesy of Encore. Let's go ahead and send out the Celtics vision and spin the wheel. Make some noise, Celtics fans!
Tonight's access is brought to you by Verizon. Kyrie down 17. Just what gave you problems in that first quarter?
Man, they're on their home floor. They're making a lot of shots. I mean, it's the finals. They've been here before. We just got to get settled, get our bearings about ourselves, and just get into the game a little bit more, stay confident.
Yeah, you've been here before, and you said even before this series started that you're going to have to be the calming voice for your team. What's the best way to do that, to calm everything down right now?
The best teacher is experience right now. It's the first quarter. We're not going to judge ourselves too much on it, but we obviously got to play better.
All right, thank you, Kyrie. Mike?
All right, recess. Spoken like a leader who has been there before and seen huge deficits, although in game one of the NBA Finals, as Irving, a beautiful left hand, that's the largest lead at the end of the first quarter of a game one in Finals history. That 17-point lead.
There's a reason that Boston has won so many games by 20 or more. There's a reason they get up so many games by 20 or more. It's because of the three-point shot, a 15-point advantage from behind the arc in that first quarter.
Richards another rebound. Washington back in the game with the 2 fouls. Deflects it out of bounds. Celtics shooting 54%. And the Mavericks just 38%. Dallas has been a great road team. 7-2 in these playoffs. They won their last 5, including 3 victories in Minneapolis against the Timberwolves. Brown leans in, back shot's good. Jaylen Brown with his second field goal. He's got 6. Horford trying to stay with Doncic. Double team, floats it inside to Gafford for an easy bucket.
And because of the cross-matching, Gafford consistently will be guarded by a smaller player. He gets size and position, he can take advantage. But again, another three-pointer from the Boston Celtics.
He barely had the ball in his hands and he was in the shooting motion.
It's a catch-I-keep-I there, Mike.
There you go. There you go. As Washington foul. Crowd doesn't like it. Good aggressive move from P.J. Washington.
I mean, this is such a skill, and you have to practice this. The ability to catch the ball in the shooting pocket with no dip. What a shot from Sam Hauser.
Well, what a performance. Because you think about the last series and the stretches and the struggle for Mr. Hauser. Couldn't make the shot, didn't hold up defensively. Tonight he's been terrific.
Fouls on Hauser. Washington at the line. Upcoming national TV schedule. All games on ABC. Saturday, WNBA. Liberty playing at the Sun. Sunday, 8-2 of the NBA Finals back here in Boston. And then Wednesday, NBA Finals Game 3 will be from Dallas, Texas. P.J. Washington hits a pair. Washington, incredible midseason acquisition from Charlotte. He's been their 3rd leading scorer in the playoffs. What a season he's had. Brown goes inside. Oh, what a slam from Jaylen Brown. Highlight play after another. Irving at 3. Can't get it to fall. Tipped the ticket by Horford. Again, this is Celtics are doing this to a Mavericks team that's been one of the best defensive teams in the NBA down the stretch of the season. Pritchard at 3. And Washington the rebound. Irving picked up by Pritchard. Irving gets in the paint, stops left hand, can't get it to fall. Good move, just couldn't finish, and Brown comes down with it. Whistle and a foul on Irving, much to the delight of the Celtic crowd.
I mean, this was just ridiculous from Jaylen Brown. Yes, the finish was nice, but the tween cross to get the separation. Flush it, Mr. Brown.
The MVP of the Eastern Conference Finals. The crowd serenading Kyrie Irving. Jaylen Brown now with 8 points. Porzingis back in. Hauser sits down. Holiday also back on the floor. Derek Lively returns for Dallas.
You can see they're bringing Luka Doncic to the screen every time and seeing if Jaylen Brown can beat him one-on-one.
Horford and Porzingis together. Holiday out to Pritchard. Horford thought about it. Shot clock winding down. 2 on the 24. Pritchard has to launch it. Puts it up. And Lively grabs the rebound. So many new faces on this Mavericks team, including the rookie Lively. And one of the most impressive things on how with so many new faces, here they are in the finals. Doncic shot won't go, but he'll get to the free throw line. NBA Finals debut. 23 years ago today, another great young guard played in his first NBA Finals game, scored 48. That was Allen Iverson back in 2001. Doncic so far 7 points. This is the free throw. Well, and a previous NBA champion to your My Team lineup enter this call for an NBA Champions Pack and NBA 2K24. We'll see you on the court. Doncic, of course, led the NBA in scoring. Has a spectacular season in his 6th year. One of the greatest offensive weapons this game has ever seen. White guarded by Josh Green. Green's had some good impactful minutes here in the playoffs. Doncic stops Tatum. Good defense there from Luka Doncic. Tatum spins inside. Porzingis leans in. Back shot. Can't get it. And Derek Lively outlets.
But this matters, Mike. The reason I keep bringing Doncic up is they're trying to wear him out defensively. Whether it's Tatum or Brown, they just keep attacking him.
Meanwhile, whistle and a foul as Lively got hit on the alley-oop attempt.
And this is what he's got to do. They're going to keep coming. So as long as he's moving his feet, making things as tough as he possibly can, trying to stay in front, JJ.
And this is not new to Luka Doncic. This is what he's faced throughout his playoff career. We saw it in the Clippers series. We saw it in the Oklahoma City Thunder series. He's going to get targeted on the defensive end.
That foul on Porzingis is first. The lob has been such a weapon for the Mavericks. Doncic gets inside. That time a simple pass. Lively couldn't handle it. The 20-year-old has been marvelous in his first NBA playoffs. Again, the rookie from Duke. He's actually played in more playoff games in his career than Kristaps Porzingis. Tatum, three-pointer. And Washington hauls in the rebound. Rebounding numbers have been all Boston early, +9. Doncic finds P.J. Washington, left open three-pointer, can't get it. They're just 2 of 10 from downtown. Celtics 8 for 20 from three-point range. Eric Jones, excellent defender, but again, Porzingis was the height advantage. Shoots over him, shots good. He's 5 of 7 from the field.
He's doing such a good job of facing up and using his size to shoot over the top. That time, that little pull-through created the separation to shoot over Jones.
White the rebound. They try and wrestle it away. 5 minutes gone by here in the second. Jaylen Brown drives. Excellent defense from P.J. Washington. White on the switch. Again, Green pushing Porzingis. Trying to play him physical. Another jump shot. Another bucket. Kristaps Porzingis has erupted. A big smile and a 21-point lead. Timeout, Dallas.
So on the opposite side of the floor, Tatum said, no, Kristaps, you got it cooking, so he makes sure he gets the basketball back. You love that he just repositions himself, shoots right over the top.
And this is that pull through that he loves. He goes low to try to draw the foul, gets the hands back, soft touch.
As the backbone of the Bruins defensive line, and he has strived to be a pillar of the community off the ice. In his 14 years with the Bruins, Chara used his platform to inspire and uplift youth and families in the greater Boston area. A testament to his relentless spirit, Chara traded in his skates for running shoes, tackling numerous marathons across the globe since retiring in 2022, most notably raising funds in support of inclusivity for disabled youth with the Team Hoyt Foundation. For striving to make New England a better place for all, please join the Celtics in welcoming tonight's hero among us, Tadeo Chara! Number 103.
Sliding glass.
was not a foul. Luka will make this late pass often. You see as he's going into his shooting motion, got hit on the arm.
Despite the reaction, watching the play on the Jumbotron.
Doncic gets inside, missed the layup. Doncic 3 for 9 to start. Here comes Tatum. Doncic double teaming. Brown, corner 3, got it. 9 3-pointers for the Celtics. The lead is 22.
You can't casually double team unexpectedly, because that's when Boston's so dangerous.
Brown on the steal and slam. Well, the crowd delighted. A dominant first half right now for Boston. After a 9-day layout, they've thrown some haymakers here in the first half. Offensive foul. Cleveland on the screen.
Cleveland here. Kyrie Irving trying to run a little chase action, and Cleveland turns right into Drew Holiday. That's a foul every time. And Jaylen Brown picking Luka's pocket. He's got 2 of those steals already that have led to dunks.
Brown 13 points. Holiday takes the pass inside. Fake one pass and then a beautiful second one. This is a romp right now. 26-point lead. Irving throws it away. Celtics dominating on both ends.
The Celtics right now, they're getting whatever they want. They're getting shots at the basket. They're getting wide open threes. Their ball movement, spacing has been superb so far. And Dallas right now going to a zone.
Tatum, a contested 3. It's good. It's a 29-point lead. They doubled them up with 4 minutes to play here in the second. Doncic gets inside and a much-needed bucket, although Jaylen Brown very slow to get up.
Got hit with a screen, Mike, I think, out in the middle of the floor.
Ball slipped out of Tatum's hands. It slipped out of a couple of players as Holiday's smart play knocks it off of Kyrie Irving. 10 to shoot for Boston.
So communication coming up the floor, usually rely on your teammates to communicate that's coming, because if you take that full on, it is painful. You look shaken there for a second.
Doesn't look as painful in slow motion.
Right.
Especially going into a normal speed. PJ Washington, a strong, tough dude. After Dallas had the 1-point lead, what a massive turnaround for the Celtics. Cleveland got his hands on it. Deflects off the... Nope, they say it did not touch Horford.
Jaylen
Go Celtic ball.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown thought it was going the other way, but it did not. Al never got his hands on it.
They only have 3.4 to shoot. Tatum catches. Tatum spins, double team, blocked by Cleveland. And the shot clock expires. Good defense from the Mavericks.
That was excellent from Maxi Kleber. He was guarding the inbounder. As soon as it went into Tatum, he was on a dead sprint to contest that shot.
Cleveland missed 9 games after injuring his shoulder early in the playoffs. An important role player for them, including on the defensive end. Doncic stops, gets inside. PJ Washington, short. They have really struggled from 3-point range. 2 for 12. Irving almost stole it. Derek White, corner 3, way off. And a foul on the outlet pass. That's going to be 2 on Holiday, I believe. Yep.
Well, but it feels like the defensive intensity from the Boston Celtics has been at an extremely high level. Their speed to the basketball, their ball pressure, up in passing lanes.
And so much of playoff basketball is figuring out what you're willing to give up. And right now, it feels like Boston willing to give up the P.J. Washington, Derek Jones Jr. above the break for threes.
Celtics in the penalty, so that's why the free throws. Washington misses the first. Well, game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals Saturday in South Florida. Oilers and the Panthers at 8 on ABC. Coverage begins with the point at 7 Eastern on ESPN2, the Stanley Cup Finals. The Dallas Mavericks are a great offensive team. As Irving, with the save, goes into the crowd, they have 31 points with 3 minutes to go in the half. Doncic gets that one to go. And Doncic now with 12 points. Joe Mazzulla calls timeout.
Celtics.
Tonight's Money Moment brought to you by Chime, an historic offensive season for the Boston Celtics. Held a 20-point lead in almost half their games this season in the playoffs. Meanwhile, had 19 wins by 25 or more. That's an NBA record regular season in playoffs, the most efficient offense in regular season history. It has been a phenomenal offensive year, Doris.
Mike, this is a team that talks all the time about fighting for their spacing. You have a dynamic driver in Jason Tatum. The one thing Jason Kidd said, we can't guard him with 3. You can send 2, but not 3. These open shots. Kristaps Porzingis, he averages 27 feet on his 3-point attempts. He fires from 29 feet. But they need a little bit more defensive urgency, to me, the Dallas Mavericks, against a great offensive team in the Celtics.
After the 4-game sweep against Indiana, and it was one competitive sweep, if there is such a thing. Jesus gave them all they could handle in most of the games. Tatum on the strong finish. Back up to 27.
Celtics right now are taking advantage of every single mismatch. And Dallas, when they have contained the basketball, have ended up getting in rotation.
Porzingis coming out on his former teammate Doncic. Gets inside, he's double team, has to take a rough shot. And P.J. Washington right there to throw it down. Washington 6 points.
You're Dallas trying to get back in this game. You obviously need to knock down some threes, but plays like that, extra possessions, offensive rebounds, can help you create a margin.
Porzingis puts it in. Kristaps Porzingis knocking him down from everywhere. 18 points in 11 minutes. I don't think the Porzingis family would have predicted a performance like this after being out so long. Kleber drives, goes right at Porzingis and banks it home. Impressive move from Maxi Kleber. Brown spins, Brown drives and draws the foul.
And this, again, the value of Kristaps Porzingis. So he sets the screen on Jason Tatum. Tatum into this pick and roll. Luka is in help. He's in a decent spot. He's shooting that from 30 feet. You don't want to extend out because if you can't contain the basketball, you have a driving lane to the basket, so you have to be in help position. It's that spacing so key for Porzingis.
Kleber with his second foul. Brown misses the first free throw. This is the biggest game of his career. And this is what he's doing. And he's playing it after being out for 38 days.
Jaylen Brown talked about the fact that his smiling all the time actually makes him uncomfortable. They live in the same building. And he's like, why is this guy always winking at me and smiling? Well, he's just so happy to be here, Mike. You think about his journey in Dallas, right? Struggle. You go to Washington. Yes, you have a good year, but you have no shot of winning. Now you've got a championship aspiration, and you can see how he's loving every second.
He's been smiling from day one when he was acquired. Derek White almost a steal. Irving gets it back. Derek Jones on the bounce. Irving with Porzingis on him. Back up top. 5 to shoot. Doncic. Foul line jumper's good. Luka Doncic now 14 points. The largest lead was 29. They're trying to just cut into some of it before they head to the locker room. But only 39 points here in the first half for this explosive offensive team. Tatum, high arcing three, won't go. Porzingis keeps it alive. Ball deflected, but falls into the hands of Kyrie Irving. Irving to Kleber. Doncic. Bumped by Porzingis. Steps back, three-pointer. Puts her in. Luka Doncic with 17.
I do not want to be on an island defending him at 7-3. That's an uncomfortable position, Mike.
Tatum on the drive. Final seconds, launches. And that will end the first half. The dominant first half for the Celtics, led by the return of Kristaps Porzingis. But Dallas has been here before. Game 1 against the Clippers, they were down 25. Game 1 against OKC, they were down 25. And certainly won both those series. But Porzingis was going to make it an uphill climb here in Game 1 of the finals. We've got the key halftime report coming up. Porzingis power, 18 points in 13 minutes. Willie Andrews, Stephen A. Smith, Michael Wilbon, Bob Myers, and Josh Hart. What a return for the first-year Celtic in his first finals game of his career. Boston up big at halftime of Game 1.
The NBA Finals presented by YouTube TV are brought to you by Miller Lite. Great taste, 96 calories. Tastes like Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. And Perplexity, the AI search engine that makes you a know-it-all. Stay tuned for a sneak preview.
Welcome to the 2024 NBA Finals.
We're all set. It's the NBA Finals. This is why the fans have tuned in for 9 months. Here's to the NBA Finals. So we're at a party. Ray Allen and Isaiah Thomas is here.
It's always good to see old friends, share stories, especially when you talk about the NBA Finals, because frankly, there's not a lot of people who actually have that experience of participating in it. So being here with Ray, it's awesome.
I sit with Isaiah, we talk about basketball, and he knows my career, I know his career, but I'm still in awe that I'm sitting with him because I still remember being a kid watching him, and then to continue to contribute to the game in this fashion. It's an amazing feeling. It's been an honor of my lifetime.
Thank you, sir. Can you introduce me to Larry Bird?
The great Magic Johnson's here. Thanks, everybody. And also, King Jong is here to celebrate with all of us legends. Still here.
Final. Matt, I am as genuine an NBA fan as it gets, and to me, just that courtside seats at an NBA Finals game, Game 1, it was like a bucket list. Everything I expected and then some. Love you, NBA.
The setup is beautiful. We got a real old Hollywood vibe over here. We have the chandelier hoop, we got the champagne tower, and we have an ice sculpture of the NBA Finals trophy. Time for a toast. The NBA Finals. Finals. To the finals.
The final.
This is such a good party. That's a wrap from Saturday. Don't miss the NBA Finals.
Welcome to the Kia Halftime.
Boston up big here at the half. Stephen A. Smith, Bob Myers, Michael Wilbon, Josh Hart, I'm Malika Andrews. It feels like we need to start Michael Wilbon with Kristaps Porzingis and his 18 points in this first half.
So much for Kristaps Porzingis needs to shoot his way out. I keep staring at this, wondering where this came from. How do you get that back with no game experience, no game time, missing 10 games like that in the playoffs? How do you get that back?
He's been the difference. He really has. I mean, his first half. I mean, I don't know why I agree with Stephen A. I shouldn't have picked the Mavericks.
Tell me about it.
I told you.
Listen. Yeah, he's been sensational. Boston, 11 threes. I mean, my God, 40-1 this season when shooting better than 40% from three-point range, including the postseason. Look at him now.
Josh Hart on how to defend this on the other side of the break.
This halftime report is presented by the all-electric 3-row Kia EV9. Power is a beautiful thing. Kia is the official automotive partner of the NBA.
All your people downstairs, they wait. You feel great. You ready? Are you ready?
Hello? Here for the finals?
It's the finals.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the NBA Finals. Take it away, champ.
Welcome. What should I say? Welcome back. Tonight, we're celebrating the moment that we
two exceptional teams. And yet, we're all a part of it. Here's to those who make this event unmissable.
Man, same core every year. Like we never left.
Tonight we honor basketball's kings and queens.
Champs only. To legacies that are on the line.
Still got it.
And to the rest of us waiting on the edge of our seat.
Here we go.
To see what a trophy will end up next. To the season that was. And to the champions to be. Here's to going out with the best of 7. Come on, Mike.
Sorry, Dwayne.
Bang! To the NBA Finals.
To the finals.
Can everyone be quiet for 2 hours?
Can you introduce me to Larry Bird?
This is gonna be good.
We've just been in a lot of battles, man. 7 years as teammates. We've been in a lot of crucial moments.
Those two are rolling. They're arguably the best duo in the entire NBA.
I didn't realize how hard I hit him. Straight to the chest. I'm getting back to him.
Jays, as they like to be called, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown.
The Boston Celtics, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum are going to prove that two wing players can get it done.
When you talk about duos that score in this league, you have to bring up Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown.
They have become one of the most dangerous duos in the NBA. They win. Great.
It's a 1-2 punch here that you could put up with any other in the NBA.
We've always been there to push each other. And we're two very passionate, competitive guys that really wanted to figure it out together.
Kia halftime.
Josh, let's check out our Kia halftime highlights. Kristaps Porzingis has been everywhere. How does this Mavericks team slow the Celtics?
You got to stop them from, these mismatches. They are getting mismatches. They're getting open shots. You got to slow them down. And the next thing you got to do is just get better shots offensively.
Let's see if they can do it here in the second half. Big deficit to overcome.
This halftime report is presented by the all-electric 3-row Kia EV9. Power is a beautiful thing. Kia is the official automotive partner of the NBA. This presentation of the NBA Finals presented by YouTube TV will continue after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
One of the best finishers we've ever had in the league. We never stop till the sun goes down.
Spectacular two for Kyrie Irving. Absolutely putting on a show here.
Tell my daddy I'ma make it out.
Kyrie Irving taking over with his playmaking. Shifting gears, changing hands. That is special.
But I'm running back for my hometown.
Staying in attack mode throughout the whole entire game is important. For me, at this point in my career, I want to make an impact on both ends of the floor. But when you find that great balance of playing a great offensive game and a great defensive game, it's a beautiful thing to be a part of. Because no one's going to necessarily remember the highest scorer of that game. They're going to remember who was able to put their team over that hump when it mattered most.
Good forward for Kyrie. He is locked in. This is Kyrie's time here before.
They call him, some people, Mr. Fourth Quarter, right? Just amazing.
Kyrie is a cheat code.
Since I came into this league, I've relished in those moments of having the ball in my hands and being able to make a great decision, not just for myself, but for my team. And I think what goes into that no one sees is the trust, the blinding trust at times that teammates have in you. So you just want to be successful for everyone and make sure you create the best opportunity for your team to score.
Dancing with the stars. Rudy Gobert had zero chance.
Me and Luka's chemistry on the court is like watching two maestros, people put together some masterclass performances. But specifically when me and him get it on, we feel like we're one of the toughest teams to beat in the world. Just our skill sets, I feel like they mesh really well on the court. And we figured out how to work together in order to translate that offensive wins.
Arguably the best offensive backcourt in the history of the NBA.
We do not even talk about being the best backcourt. Me and Luka, we really just appreciate each other's talents and just what we've been able to accomplish in a year. We've only been together a short period of time, so until we win big and we do it not just with each other, but with the great group of guys around us, I think that's when we'll solidify us. So it's one of the greatest duos of all time. But as of right now, we still have a lot of work to do. And I appreciate that because it keeps me motivated, keeps me hungry.
Dallas, moving on to the finals here.
It feels great to be in this position. Not satisfied because I understand that there's still more basketball to be played. But I do take moments throughout this journey that we're on to really appreciate those that I'm around. This is a total team effort. We've been able to go through some adversity, go through some challenges, and come out on the other side better as people and hoopers. So when you're a true competitor, you don't want to just make it this far. You want to go for the gold trophy, Larry O'Brien, be able to tell your kids that all the work that you put in throughout the whole entire year was worth it.
Hi again, everyone. With JJ Redick and Dorisburg, Mike Green on hand. We'll check in with Lisa in just a moment. What's your overall thought from the first half?
The three-point shooting was huge. Dallas was outscored by 30 points from behind the arc. They are so good at generating corner threes. It's such a big part of their offense. Only took one corner three in that first half, but a lot of that, Doris, had to do with Boston's defense.
Yeah, so Boston sent 6 different primary defenders at Luka Doncic. This guy in a 6-year career has averaged 28, 8, and 8. He's going to get his. He had 17. Can you make it difficult? Can you disrupt his rhythm? Boston has answers defensively. They are sending them at Luka.
Meanwhile, Kyrie Irving, 6 points, 2 assists, just 3 of 9 from the field in the first half. Doncic gets inside, gets the layups, just so strong when he goes to the rim.
Boston talks all the time about the margins, starting quarters, ending quarters. What you don't want to do here is give Dallas any life out of the gates.
Well, the Clippers found out as Derek White knocks down the 3. The Clippers found out that Dallas can come from behind as they were getting crushed earlier in the first round of the series. Dallas came back, took the lead. Now, they didn't win the game, but there is no lead safe for the NBA. We found that out even here in the playoffs. They were down by 31, came back and took the lead, the Mavericks did. Irving misses, but Gafford right there to clean it up. Now, I believe there's only been one lob dunk. That has been such a huge weapon for the Mavericks. It's Slob City. As White misses that. Jones the rebound.
You're thinking about what Joe Mazzulla wants in terms of a shot profile for his team and what he's willing to give up on the other end. So far in this game, he's getting exactly what he wants.
Doncic gets inside, tries to bank it, rattles in and out. He thought he got hit. White to Horford. Again, Horford getting the start. Porzingis came off the bench. Brown's three-pointer misses. Washington snatching that rebound. Irving gets past Holiday. The floater in the paint is up. Nice soft touch from Kyrie Irving.
They could use a Kyrie Irving burst offensively. We can see him in a 3 or 4 minute stretch go off for 15 to 18. They need some juice.
Darcy's done that in the second half of numerous playoff games during this run. Doncic pokes it away as Tatum turns it over. Rifles a pass to Washington. Irving, nobody near him. Three-pointer, can't get it to go. Gafford trying to save it. Lost it out of bounds. And we're down the other way as we check in with Lisa Salters.
Hey, Michael, I asked Jason Kidd what they need to do to get back in this. He said the first thing they need to do is play like we did in the second quarter. He said in the first quarter, we played too much iso ball. He said we had better ball movement in the second quarter. Also, he said you've got to rebound the ball better. You can't give them so many second chance opportunities. And about Kristaps Porzingis and how to slow him down, he just smiled and said, hey, he was hot, but obviously we got to play better.
All right, Lisa. Well, they've done a better job on the boards after that horrible start. Irving gets in the paint. Shot bounces off the rim. And Drew Holiday comes the other way. Holiday kicks it to White. Quick release on the three. Doncic grabs another rebound. For guard, he is a spectacular rebounder. He's got Horford on him. Step back shot blocked by Horford. That's his second rejection. And an offensive foul. Doncic draws the charge. Two fouls on Jaylen Brown.
The Boston Celtics just don't have a lot of individual weak points on the defensive end. 38-year-old Al Horford staying in front, getting the block, and then Lucas Feeder said it looks like right there. Correct call from Zach Zarba.
Horford, by the way, this is his 182nd playoff game. That's now tied with John Stockton for the most playoff games by a player who has not won a title. Karl Malone, number 1. Irving dribbling off his foot. Holiday lines up, got it. Nope, short. White has it. Back shot won't go, but a foul. And free throws for Derek White.
Boy, Kyrie Irving has got, in many people's opinion, perhaps the greatest handle in the history of the game. We rarely see this kind of miscue. That ball is on a string. It goes off of those spectacular shoes he's wearing tonight.
That's turnover number 7 for Dallas. Celtics have 9. First free throw good for White. Upcoming final schedule brought to you by American Express. All games are on ABC. Saturday, WNBA, Liberty at the Sun. Sunday, game 2 of the series back in Boston. 8 p.m. start, a little bit earlier. Then Wednesday goes back to 8:30 Eastern, where the series shifts game 3 in Dallas. Lead back to 20. Irving. Oh, nice move inside, backs it home.
Stop it. What did I just say about the greatest handle in history? He can put defenders on skates.
Good defense there. Part of the defensive resurgence for this Dallas team, as we'll take a look at Irving again, he's a magician with the ball. Part of the resurgence has been Irving and Doncic, never known to be great defenders, will not be all NBA defenders. They have really upped their defensive commitment and effort.
Jason Kidd talks about they've participated on the defensive end, and when you have other individually great defenders, if your best players are participating, you can build a good defense.
We don't necessarily like participation trophies, but when it comes to the defensive end of the floor and your best players, we like them.
Tatum turns it over. Washington gets inside, throws it off the glass with a left hand. Joe Mazzulla calls timeout. So a 29-point lead as all of a sudden been cut to 16.
Well, nobody stops the ball for the Boston Celtics. P.J. Washington off of the inbound. Guys trying to get matched up. Drives in the tough lefty finish over Derek White.
The 2024 NBA Finals presented by YouTube TV are brought to you by Patron. No one does passion quite like the masters behind Patron. Authentically crafted in the heart of Jalisco, Mexico. Patron, made by hand, crafted by passion. Please drink responsibly.
Meshing all the new faces to get them here in the NBA Finals and turning the team around mid-season. The transformation, what the Mavericks went through mid-season to become this stellar defensive team as Doncic gets inside, takes his time, and banks it home.
They've let him get to his right hand twice. Once he turns the corner, he gets his shoulders past you. He's strong enough to hold you off with that weak arm.
And seeing some of these shots go down, kind of invigorated their defense, although Derek Jones fouls Holiday there. Jones with his first.
So out of the gates, Luka and the Mavericks making some inroads. Again, they're going to hunt and attack Al Horford as the big, try to make him guard in space. He is the absolute best at changing pace.
We've seen 3 drives now. 1 from Kyrie Irving, 2 from Luka Doncic, where they have a clear advantage on their defender and no help has come.
Meanwhile, Doncic is kind of holding that right knee. His right knee has been a problem throughout the playoffs. The numbers he has put up are staggering. Then you add into the fact that he's not 100%. I know most players aren't 100%, but he's been dealing with a serious right knee injury plus a left ankle, and he's fought through it. But it seems to have flared up a bit here in the third. Washington one-on-one with Derek White. In and out, gets the rebound. Follow won't go, but a foul. Strong play there from P.J. Washington.
This may be a matchup they go to because he's got incredible size. He is physically so strong. And he just says, Derek White, you are not big enough, nor are you strong enough to guard me on the post.
So Washington, the first playoffs of his career. He's been their third leading scorer. Again, first 4.5 years with Charlotte. He was acquired back in February. At the time of the trade, the Hornets were 10-40. You think he wasn't fired up to come play on a team that, I don't know if he thought they'd make the finals. This is a guy who's from the Dallas area. He used to go to Mavs games as a kid. He loved Dirk Nowitzki, loved Jason Kidd. What a wonderful turnaround for this young man.
Well, had he stayed on the Charlotte Hornets, there's a good chance post-deadline he would have started making vacation plans in April. Instead, he's playing into June.
14-point Boston lead. And a foul. It's going to go against Derek Lively. 2 fouls on Lively.
JJ, you played in the finals, so let's take a look at the fouls. Being uber physical with him, trying to make the catch difficult. Boston doesn't have the same energy, right? They came out like a house of fire as Jason Tatum gets downhill. Like sustaining that over the course of the game with that kind of emotion. How hard?
Very hard. I would say the lesson that I learned was the value in closing out games. We had 2 games in that 09 finals against the Lakers where we could have won it at the end. All of a sudden, being up 3-1 and being down 3-1 going into game 5 are 2 very different things.
Often, like just a 2 or 3 minute stretch completely changes the game. Doncic, meanwhile, now in 24 in 27 minutes. He cut the 13. Tatum on the bounce. Jaylen Brown fires up a 3. That won't go. Doncic with another rebound. He's got 8 of those. Eric Jones fakes, drives, gets inside, blocked from behind. Tatum got a piece of it. But right to Irving for 3. That won't go. And Holiday inadvertently get hit in the face. That's going to be 3 fouls on Lively.
How about the defense there from the Boston Celtics? Multiple defenders that time coming on the drive. It's White, it's Tatum, it's Porzingis in the right there on the rear side.
Tatum has taken 9 shots. He's not at all uncomfortable. What else is he doing? He's guarding. He's got 6 boards and 4 assists. Again, maturity.
Lively switches up on Holiday. Tatum. Doncic guarding Porzingis. Doncic, that is, guarding Porzingis. Knocks it away. Again, it's the strength of Doncic. Even on the defensive end. So impressive. Irving on the bounce. Gets in. Falling away. Shot is good. A beautiful move from Kyrie Irving. It's an 11-point game now. Mavericks slowly inching their way back into this. Brown gets inside, kicks it out. Holiday, quick release on the 3. And White pushed off on Washington. That's going to be Derek White's second foul.
Boston missing the opportunities from 3 that they were so proficient at in the first half.
And this is just beautiful. That gather step to create the separation, shoot right over the top. Boston just 1 for 7 this quarter from 3, and they've gotten some clean looks.
Well, they've missed their last 6. Doncic tries it. The 3, got it! Luka Doncic now at 27. It's an 8-point game. Timeout, Boston.
We talk all the time about Luka having been in so many big moments over the course of his career. He saves his best for when his best is needed. His team is down big. That three starts falling. Look out. A lot of confidence in that young man.
Drum line of the Boston Celtics.
Duke is 20 years old. Jason Kidd says he's a great listener. You tell him something, he learns it, and he puts it in his game.
We spent some time with him yesterday. I was just blown away by his maturity and his age. He was so good in the Western Conference playoffs, particularly in the conference finals. This guy's just ready for this moment.
Missed a game in the conference finals with a neck injury, but back and healthy. Irving stops, throws it up, and a travel call on Kyrie Irving. He's perplexed as well.
And that left pivot foot did slide right here for Kyrie Irving. Right there.
Back-to-back travels. Here we go. As Tatum has it. 3.5 remaining here in the third. Porzingis, wide open look. Not that time. Tatum with the rebound. Porzingis cuts to the basket. And the flush. He's got 20.
But it was Tatum's drive that created an open Kristaps Porzingis three, and then the offensive rebound from Tatum.
Irving a three, in and out. Porzingis the rebound.
You can see Porzingis a couple times in drops. And you're going to give up those looks from three. Luka made one. That time Kyrie misses it.
Tatum the crossover. Holiday touch pass to Brown. Brown a sidestep. And Lively just picked up his 5th foul. Clearly not happy with the call.
Jason Kidd not looking to challenge. And this is such a hard thing for a big. Trying to stay vertical when you take a shot to the chest. Your arms naturally are going to go forward. That's twice now Jaylen Brown has essentially launched himself into Derek Lively.
Brown hits the first. Reminder, it's time to try it free throws with YouTube TV. Scan the QR code, unlock $15 off your first 3 months after your 5-day free trial. YouTube TV. Try it free today. Well, Lively will sit down. 5 fouls in 14 minutes. Didn't score at 4 rebounds. Brown hits the free throw, lead back up to 13. Tim Hardaway getting some action off the bench. Doncic throws it up. Jones can't quite get it. Cleveland does. There's Hardaway off the bounce. Nice feed inside. Jones blocked by Brown. Throws it right back. Horford, three-pointer, rushed it way off, and Doncic has it. Jaylen Brown has had some sensational blocks here in this playoff run. Doncic finds some space, his three-pointer off the mark. Hauser grabs it. As we approach 2 minutes left in the third. Dallas was down 29. They cut it to 8 at one point. Now back up to 13. Brown gets in the paint. Holiday, Tatum, wide open three-pointer. It's good. Timeout Mavericks. The lead back to 16.
Brown with 2 terrific defensive plays on the First, he breaks up the lob to Derek Jones Jr. That has not been part of the Mavs offense tonight. And this one's just ridiculous, going vertical against a former dunk champion in Derek Jones Jr.
Well, Brown's defense has really improved leaps and bounds. He feels he should be a candidate for all NBA defense. He has played the best defense of his career. Quite frankly, he's played the best basketball of his life this season, and some of that here in the playoffs. Tim Hardaway Jr. Back up Doncic, quick lane look. Brown grabs the rebound.
They dodge a bullet. Little miscommunication, little hesitancy by the Celtics. Give up the open three.
Tatum picked up by Washington on the switch. Tatum drives, kicks it out in the corner, deflected out of bounds. Last touch by Jones, 7 to shoot.
So just a moment's hesitation, right? Look at Al pointing. Drew runs out at the last second. Just a little miscommunication leads to an open three. He does not miss those often.
Gafford back in, Washington 6. Kyrie Irving will come in for the final 120. Doncic going to get a breather. Doncic has played 32 what's been 35 minutes so far. Brown drives inside, shot clock winding down. Horford just gets it off and hits a three. 11 straight points after the Dallas run.
Mike, they can't contain the ball, and Boston is just relentlessly attacking off the drive.
Irving shot blocked. Brown again with the rejection. Jaylen Brown, a defensive demon here in the third.
Look, we talked earlier in the third quarter about the lack of help defense from the Boston Celtics on these Irving and Doncic drives. Jaylen Brown is everywhere right now. Terrific. And Doris, you're right. This quarter turned back in the Boston Celtics' favor when Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown decided to put their head down and get to the basket.
7 blocks for the Celtics. Final minute, third quarter, Gafford. Holiday harassing in. Nice backdoor cut. Irving left-handed. Can't get him a fall. Rebound fought for. Looked like last touch by Horford. Nope. They say the Mavericks touched it last. Holiday will walk it up. Doncic right now on the bench as we finish up the third. He's got 27 points, 10 rebounds. The Mavericks down 19. Brown, three-pointer, puts it in! Jaylen Brown at both ends of the floor, and the lead back up to 22. Tim Hardaway. Hardaway goes up. Now Horford, jump shot, too strong. Gafford's follow, and he got fouled. Gafford will shoot free throws.
So Jaylen Brown has relentlessly attacked the rim. Maxi Kleber is going to be in isolation. Here comes a screen. Max is like, I don't want to get beat. I'm going to give you a cushion. And Jaylen Brown says, guess what? My three-point shot is vastly improved from my rookie season. And he just rains in another one. Kiss me, I'm so pretty, JJ Redick. Oh, my goodness.
Chelsea wouldn't be happy.
No.
Well, Brown coming off that sensational performance in the conference finals with the MVP. And now 19 points already and some spectacular block shots. Gafford, the other in-season acquisition, came from the Wizards. They were 9-41. He was thrilled to come to Dallas, be a part of this team. Shot clock turned off. No fouls to give here for Dallas. Tatum drives on Jones, kicks it out the corner. Hauser up top. Brown off the bounce, goes inside. Layup is off the glass, won't go. Jones the rebound. And that will end the third quarter. Dallas came out strong. They cut into the lead, cut it to 8 at one point. But the Celtics respond with a run of their own. Jaylen Brown, magnificent here in game one of this NBA Finals. We've played 3 quarters, Boston up 20 as this presentation of the NBA Finals continues after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
Boston, it's the fourth quarter. Get out of your seats. It's your time. We need you.
Is that all you got?
I can't hear you.
But I did everything I could to prepare for this moment mentally, and yeah, so far we're doing good.
Thank you, Kristaps. Mike?
All right, Lisa, Porzingis, we're ready for that with the block. But Mavericks stay with a play. Nice finish there, and it's back to 20.
Mike, that's another bucket where no assists for the Dallas Mavericks. They've got 5 on 27 made field goals. Jason Kidd told Lisa at the half, we played too much one-on-one early in the game. Give the Boston defense some credit for affecting his team.
Irving picks up his second. Jason Kidd, of course, we'll take a look at another excellent defensive play from Porzingis. Dallas hung in there, got the bucket. James, sidestep 3, in and out. Kyrie Irving the rebound. Irving just 6 of 19. He's heard the boos, but it wasn't as loud as you'd expect. Doncic gets inside, backs it home. Luka Doncic now with 29. Dallas has plenty of time to get back into it. How much energy will they use to get there?
And this is another self-created basket for the Dallas Mavericks. Luka Doncic is a guy who averages around 9 assists a game. He's got 1 assist. Boston, a clear game plan thing. We don't want to put 2 on the basketball and have everyone else score.
Tatum in the front court. Cleveland. We're going to put some pressure. Tatum gets away. He goes inside. Lost it out of bounds. Tatum thought he was foul. Mavericks thought it was their ball. Celtics getting down with 14 on the shot clock. Drew Holiday's going to check back in.
So Tatum's trying to get baseline. It feels like that could have been a foul.
Derek White. Irving is guarding Porzingis, who wants the ball. Bad pass that time from White. The turnover, number 12. Boston, Derek Jones drives in hard. Layup. Can't get to the ball. Cleveland couldn't quite grab it. And here come the Celtics led by Pritchard. Porzingis off the bounce. The running jumper well short. Porzingis at 18 points in the first half. Has 2 here in the second half. Doncic double.
Footwork.
Doncic gets inside. Shot blocked with a foul. Dickman called it on Tatum or White. White thought he had a clean block. Not the case, according to the officials. That's 3 on White.
There's clearly certain matchups where the Celtics will come double team. They double team when Pritchard was the primary defender. Tatum there coming as the second guy against Derek White.
And Doncic now with a 30-point game in his finals debut. Lively returns with the 5 fouls. All is in his hands more than any other player. He just controls the tempo. And one of the smartest young players, only 25 years old. The vision he sees on the court is White deflected out of bounds. Oh, they're saying the other way, but it should be Dallas' ball. Now they switch the call. JJ, you played with him briefly in Dallas. His mind, his brilliance in terms of just seeing the floors is off the charts.
There's levels to reading the game. He doesn't read the guy guarding him. He reads the low man. He reads the weak side defender. And he makes every correct pass out of that.
Holiday gets inside, reverse backs it in. Just took its time and got away from Washington. Derek Jones throws it up. The lob has not worked. They were out of bounds, so it's going to be Mavs ball.
We've seen Drew Holiday do this so many times, just using his body and strength. Had some big buckets down the stretch of games 3 and 4 against the Pacers. That time just overpowering P.J. Washington.
Washington in the corner, can't hit the 3. 5 of 23 from 3-point range, and many of them have been good looks. Porzingis turns quickly, shoots. And Kyrie Irving the rebound. As they want to come back, they'll lead Kyrie Irving to 6 of 19 from the field. Doncic double stolen by White. White, right with Jones, lays it up and in. The turnover leads to a transition bucket. Timeout, Dallas leads back up to 21.
Great team defense. 2 guys are going to work incredibly hard defensively. Pritchard is going to make sure he beats him to the spot. It allows for the backside help. That is 2 men digging in defensively and making a play. And how about the self-protection here? Just hold them off, use the left. So nice.
The NBA Finals are presented by YouTube TV. Try it free. New users only. Terms apply. Cancel anytime. And in part by Disney and Pixar's Inside Out 2. Your favorite emotions are back in theaters with some new friends. See Disney and Pixar's Inside Out 2. Only in theaters June 14th. Get tickets now.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express consent of the NBA.
This is a mini PC, and let me tell you this, it's way better than my gaming PC and your gaming PC when it's 10 times smaller. So before you buy a PC, consider this.
8.5 remaining, fourth quarter, game one. The Mavericks, their first finals in 13 years, back 2011, when they won their only title. They've been in a big hole most of the game. Doncic gets inside, takes a fast jumper in and out. And Tatum with his 10th rebound. Another double-figure rebounding game for Jason Tatum. Only has 13 points. He had 10 rebounds, 5 assists. And oh, what a pass, but Holiday at the bottom of the backboard. And let's judge where he was. Irving into the screen. Horford picks him up. Falls down. Almost falls down again. Keeps the dribble. Back up top, Washington. Shot clock at 3. Washington runs into a wall. Can't get it. Gets the rebound, though. Back up, layup, banks it home. Great second effort from P.J. Washington.
He's had a number of those plays tonight, but that's defensive possession from Al Horford. 2 really solid plays, starting with his isolation defense on Kyrie Irving. Tatum with 7 to shoot. Step back, jumper. It's good. Jason Tatum now with 15.
Dallas might have dropped into a little bit of a zone there. They were loading the paint.
Washington into the paint. Lively on the flush. Only the 7th assist, something you talked about earlier, Norris. Only the 7th assist.
They're not a high assist team anyway. Luka Doncic is one of the guys who creates a lot of his scoring for himself. But in Boston's defensive game plan, some credit.
Tatum, step back jumper, short. Holiday gets the rebound, back to Tatum. Scoop layup, no good. Al Horford, right place, right time.
And that corner crash from Drew Holiday kept the possession alive. Boston does that so much. They give their guards freedom to go for offensive rebounds from the corner.
There's a lob, Lively, and a foul on Holiday. That's going to be the 3rd foul on Drew Holiday. Well, tonight on Jimmy Kimmel Live, NBA legend Magic Johnson, plus comedian Joe Coy, music from Don't Cheat with JT, and so much more. Jimmy Kimmel Live tonight on ABC. Here in Boston, Massachusetts, you said it's hard to believe this is the 71st NBA Finals game in this city. The last one, though, prior to tonight, was Game 6 in 2022, where Golden State won the title. A number of these Celtics talk about that, the pain from that loss in that finals. Couldn't wait to get back.
That history also plays part of the narrative that Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown endure nightly, right? They've had such success, won a lot of games in the playoffs, but as Jason said, we only hang championship banners.
Holiday, the three-pointer. He's in double figures. The top 6 players for the Celtics all in double figures, lead back up to 24. The three-pointer, 16 makes to 5 in favor of Boston. Doncic short, Horford the rebound. Mavericks made a couple of runs to try and get back in. Celtics have had the answer every time as Washington called for the foul.
Drew Holiday, to get open here, does a really nice job of relocating. He starts this possession in the dunker spot and then creates the passing lane for Al Horford to find him. Just a phenomenal shooting season from Drew Holiday, particularly from those corners.
Round now at 22.
And can we remember, Mike, what he told us yesterday in the interviews about he had prepared to be in a different role on a different team. And those threes were not ever in his individual he's had in all the years.
He's been adjusting all season. Whatever is needed on a given night, that's what Drew Holiday will give you.
This is a guy who on the offensive end has played on the ball for his whole career, and he's preparing to go do that again. He talked about the emphasis on just becoming a better spot-up shooter this year because that's what was needed.
Well, Doncic and Irving take it out. Dante Exum comes in. Hardy returns. Step back three-pointer. In and out. And Jaylen Brown tracks it down. Joe Mazzulla will call timeout. Jason Kidd probably taking out his star backcourt as this one has gotten away from them.
Oh, you can call me baby. Yes, baby.
Let's make it. You know how to count shoulder? No, it's wrong. Yeah, it should be like 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can keep me inside the pocket of your ripped jeans. Oh my God! Are you from the Philippines or you from New Well, I grew up in the Philippines, but I'm a citizen of New Zealand. Oh, so you born it? Yes and no, because I grew up in the Philippines, but I was born for you.
I was born for you.
I'm actually asking you because my mom's actually from the Philippines. What? You're not Filipino. Oh. You can speak Tagalog. I can understand. Okay, let me test you. Do you know the Tagalog of I love you?
Out, multiple effort, meet you at the rim and send it back. And it's coming from a lot of different guys. Jason Tatum, the one JJ loved from Jaylen Brown. Just an extraordinary response after they got within 8.
Another great team effort this whole season. It has been about sacrifice. Meanwhile, Jason Kidd has put in Hardy's out there with excellent Josh Green, Dwight Powell, the veteran coming in, and Tim Hardaway. So it looks like the starters will be done for the night with just over 4.5 remaining. And a 25-point lead. Well, the Mavericks have been in this position before. Hardy steps back, lines up the three-pointer basket. Remember, in the first round, they lost game 1 to the Clippers and came back, won game 2 on the road. Second round, lost game 1 to OKC, came back and won game 2 on the road. Tied up, of course, in the third round. They won games 1 and 2 in the conference finals on the road. They have been a great road team. They've won 5 straight road games in these playoffs before tonight. Kyrie Irving, you see, talked to Lisa earlier. Hey, there are ups and downs. There's some nights, even in the finals, you get waxed. And teams that have had big playoff losses have come back and still won the series. Meanwhile, a great ovation for Jaylen Brown. He comes out after 37 minutes of terrific basketball. Ball deflected out.
It was 37 minutes of terrific basketball, but it was those 5 minutes in the third quarter that really changed the dynamic of this entire second half. It was Jaylen Brown shooting the basketball, driving the basketball, and making some key defensive plays.
Richard misses, and that was after, again, the lead was cut to 8. Hardy bringing it coast to coast, off the glass. James Hardy, good aggressive move. Hardy plays with a force.
He is an excellent scorer. Had a 13-point game off the bench in the conference finals.
This is his second year, didn't play college ball. Plays for the G League Ignite. Holiday inside the Tatum. And a foul called on Powell. With 3:19 remaining. And the crowd feeling comfortable. Coming up after our game at ESPN Sports Center with our guy Scott Van Pelt. We'll have the top moments, live reaction from the Women's College World Series Finals. Of course, post-game coverage from Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Doris and JJ and Tim Legler will join SVP. Ovations for Al Horford. Spending his career, has played a lot of playoff games, still looking for that first championship. Offered in his 17th year at 38 years old. Meanwhile, Holiday gets the ovation as well. One of 6 Celtics in double figures. He's won a championship, did with the Bucks in 2021. As Tatum misses the free throw. Jim Hardaway Jr. can't get it to fall. Tatum's numbers: 16 points, 11 rebounds, and 5 assists. Great balance tonight for Boston. Richard misses. Hardy will push. Hardy inside, draws the foul. Cornet knocked him down. And free throws from Hardy. If you had to say, well, there's more than one. But for Dallas, what's the first thing they should look at off this game?
Well, Mike, Jason Kidd told us before the game, he hopes this series is about who makes more twos. And if you look at the game tonight, it's been about who makes more threes. And so you have to look at ways to generate more threes if you're Dallas. And how do you take away some of these open looks from the Boston Celtics? They've got a 30-point advantage from behind the three-point line.
Hard to overcome that, especially on the road. Derek White will sit down. Schaefer sets things in, Hauser's in. And the crowd just giving a chance to cheer on the Celtics crew coming out.
They're going to need a better effort from Kyrie Irving. I mean, he finished this game 6 for 19, didn't make a three. 36 minutes. Listen, there are nights like that for Kyrie and Luka. It's just simply they have so much responsibility offensively. But they definitely need Kyrie Irving at a high level.
And certainly some of the credit goes with what it was just a spectacular defensive performance from the Celtics. So often we just talk about that historic offensive team that they have. Hauser comes up short. Cornet with a tip. But defensively, right from the get-go, it was a great defensive effort. Score at the end of the first quarter was 37-20. Hardy's foul.
And Mike, this is not a small thing. Peyton Pritchard and Sam Hauser, when they check into a basketball game, they're going to be targets. They're going to be hunted. Dallas is going to try to create mismatches that way. Teams have done this all season. I thought tonight both those guys on the defensive end really fought, really stayed in front. Those minutes, you win those minutes, that's important.
And Hauser got shots to fall. All season, he has been a weapon for this team. It's an organization that has believed in this young man since they got him. But that last series was so difficult. And as you said in that prior round, there are certain role guys for whom certain series are going to be tough. But Sam gets a couple of threes to fall, and as you said, held up defensively.
Pritchard up top. Hauser had a great regular season, had a great series against Miami. That's going to feel good for Hauser. It's a two-pointer. But able to knock it down. 6 points, make that 8 points off the bench. Hardy's getting up his shots and knocks down another. Hardy, 13 points in 9 minutes. Again, he played a lot of minutes. Played all 5 games in the conference final. As we approach a minute remaining, it's going to be a Game 1 victory for the Boston Celtics. Turnover number 13. Again, Game 2 not until Sunday night. Josh Green able to get it to go. The largest lead was 29. Dallas came storming back to start the third, cut it to 8, and Boston had every answer. And now they're getting a standing ovation. Exum will bring it in. Jackson, the former lottery pick back in the NBA. Doris, what impressed you most about all the good things Boston did tonight?
Oh, man, that's a great question. I would start with Jaylen Brown's just elite two-way game. The intensity brought from the outset, checking Luka Doncic. Jason Tatum's patience tonight. He ends this game with 16 shots, but 11 boards, stout defense, and 5 assists.
This would be the fewest points in the playoffs for Dallas. It was 95. Right now at 89. And now they'll just put it in. This is now 8 straight wins for Boston in these playoffs. They're 13-2. A great team effort at both ends. The return of Kristaps Porzingis, a huge impact. Doncic had 30. The Mavericks see their 5-game road playoff winning streak come to an end. And Boston takes game 1. So a happy recap for these Celtics. They've won all the game 1s. The only 2 games they've lost in these playoffs were game 2s. First round against Miami, second round against Cleveland, and then of course they had the sweep against the Pacers in the Eastern Conference Finals. Now Jason Tatum, one of 6 players in double figures. He's with Lisa.
Thank you, Mike. Jason, it seemed like you got control of the game late in that third quarter with your defense. Just what did you start doing differently on the defense end?
I say it all the time. It's a game of rush. This is the NBA Finals. They're not going to go away easy. And we just have to respond. We did a really good job of that.
Luka got his, but no one else really did, and he had just 1 assist, wasn't really able to facilitate. What were you guys doing defensively just to kind of limit his game?
I mean, obviously somebody like that's going to score and get his points. Our job is to try to limit the other guys as much as we possibly can.
You've talked about how your game has grown, how you don't have to be consumed with scoring to dominate a game. You finished with 16 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists. What are you most proud of about your personal performance?
That we won. I had way too many turnovers. I got to be a lot better, but we took care of the job tonight, get some rest, watch film, and see what we can do better for game 2.
How about Kristaps Porzingis? What impressed you most about his return to the team?
Just how seamless, his transition is to come back. Man, I'm glad he's back.
Congrats on the win. Thank you. Mike.
All right, Lisa. Well, the Celtics had not played in 9 days. Porzingis hadn't played in 38. But no rust for Porzingis, no rust for the Celtics. Remember, last year, the Nuggets had 9 days off before the NBA Finals. That turned out pretty well for Denver. Well, game 2 will be Sunday right back here in Boston. NBA Countdown will begin our coverage on ABC at 7:30. Tip-off of game 2 shortly after 8 Eastern, so a little earlier start in game 2 on Sunday night. The Boston Celtics now 3 wins away from an NBA championship. The Mavericks now have to fight back after losing game 1, as they've done often throughout these playoffs. For our producer, Tim Corrigan, director Mike Schwab, of course, for Doris, JJ, and Lisa, and our outstanding ABC crew, Mike Green saying thanks for watching ABC, home of the NBA Finals. Stay tuned. The studio gang's coming up after the break.